Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your yearly reading for the Fire Horse year. So 2026, it's the year of the Fire Horse. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and thank you for your patience as I have been changing and moving and doing all of the things. So I know this past year and a half, I haven't been posting as much. And coming into this Fire Horse year, it is time to reignite the YouTube channel. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your like, share, subscribes. I have been working on, I'll tell you what I've been working on. So with WhisperingDragonfly.com, I have been working on a NONI leaf skincare business. And so we are doing a fantastic job in that growth. And if you're interested, go to the website and check that out. It is all handpicked and made in the way that my kahuna taught me when I was living in the heiau with him. So you guys have all heard the stories of Uncle if you have been following me for quite some time. And so this is the legacy project that I am doing in honor of his life. And so thank you guys so much for your patience as I've been changing and growing. And so let's get to it. All right, 2026 is the year of the Fire Horse, okay? Oops. And so the Fire Horse year, it's also in a 9 cycle, okay? So we are in a 1 year. 2026 makes a 10 or a 1. And so that is very forward action. So we're just coming out of the year of the snake with the shed and with the 9-year activated to release what is in the 9-year cycle and beyond. And so we have just completed that, okay? Now, 2026, the year of the Fire Horse. So this celebration with family and friends and the new moon. So the start of that is February 17th. The energy of the Fire Horse, however, has come in on February 4th. Okay, excuse me, I'm getting my coffee a little closer here. And so this energy is going from the snake year in the 9 of the shed, the slow down, the purge. You know, we've all kind of purged our houses, our energetic things that no longer served. You know, if you were really working with the snake energy, we even purged belief systems that no longer served us, that were long held, sometimes family traditions. People left our movies, okay? So this is for myself and all of those who have been actually working with this snake year. And so it's been, 2025 was a year of just releasing, and then 2026 you can liken this to a rebirth, okay? And so the Fire Horse, fire likes to move very quickly. Okay, so we're going from slow down, shed, to all the things you've been dreaming and planning and all the things that you made space for in that shed are now going to be coming to fruition in Year of the Horse. Now, that being said, we all love a good forward momentum. We all love for it to be extremely fast action. This can be very fast action, and if you're ungrounded, this will seem like chaos. The fern of this year, so Brother Keone, you guys know I love my friend Keone Hanale from Pohala Botanicals. He does the fern medicine, and the ferns that have chosen to be the delegates and the representatives of this year of 2026 are the fern Pe'ahi, which is the fern of chaos. And chaos is chaos like we think of it as confusion and the void. You can go to his page and learn more about that. as well as Kihi Fern, and Kihi has to do with quantum leaps and pandemonium, okay? So this is a very big year, and it can feel chaotic. And last year, some of you may have joined my lives. Around this time last year, I was feeling pe'ahi and the void. And what she said was, in this time of chaos, you be the eye of the storm so that you can move through the eye of the needle. It's like we're threading the eye of the needle. And the fire horse energy brings momentum and passion and the openness to move forward with your dreams. But if you do not have that dream and goal in mind and have yourself grounded in this year, it can be a little chaotic. Not a little, a lot chaotic. And you can go in ways that may or may not be as useful to you as you would like them to be. So here are some tips and tricks. This year, it is going to be important to schedule in your resting time, right? I do nothing at this time because it's going to be busy and fast decisions and fast energy after a time of not having that. And so sometimes we can overbook ourselves, or we're feeling the momentum of the energy and exhaust ourselves. And so it's going to be important to take very good self-care, meaning exercise, go on your walks, go on your stretches, do what you do for your exercise that you like for you. Everybody's different, right? Everybody has different types. So do what works for you for exercise. Don't overdo it. This momentum is going to feel like you're on top of the world and you have all of this energy, and that can move into overdoing it sometimes, right? So what we want to do here is make sure you schedule in your time to rest every day, having that rest meditation, whether you do that formally or not formally, it matters not. Just meditate every day. Find a time to clear your mind and actually physically rest, okay? So those of us who already have big stores of energy, for my generator friends out there, schedule in your time to rest. And that being said, make sure you exhaust your energy. So you're going to be very busy this year, and the generators need to, those of you who are into human design, those of you who are not, you can skip past this. The generators need to exhaust their energy, and it's going to be a very busier background frequency. So make sure that you go to bed tired and give yourself time for the mental rest so that you're responding to the correct things. For projectors and reflectors and manifestors who do not have the sacral energy, schedule in your time to physically rest, to be horizontal and actually physically rest. That doesn't mean you have to do that all day, every day. We're not saying that. You're going to have more invitations this year and more opportunities, projectors, to move into your positions for 2027. And the horse energy and that fire energy is going to be giving a collective busyness that you're amplifying, a collective opportunity here. So you'll have lots of invitations. And so for projectors, is about using your discernment and using your yeses and nos very clearly and correctly so that you enter into the correct invitations for yourself. So using your strategy and authority in human design. And then for the reflectors and manifestors, same thing. As far as reflectors, we're always using a moon cycle, okay? So use your strategy and authority. And manifestors, there may be lots more to inform with this year. And so with this heated energy, the temptation is going to go to anger very quickly for the manifestor. So if you can work with resting your body and resting your mind, spirit, and having a plan of action of how you would like to use that anger to actually make you money, to do what you need to do for yourself, so that you have a plan that when I might be off balance and there's this excess of energy and I'm feeling it as anger, that actually brings me extra money. Okay, that actually brings me opportunities instead of you expressing it through anger. Okay, so that's a very short snippet for the human design piece of this. The horse here is going to ask you to move forward on your dreams, goals, and intentions. It is also, it's get to move in or be left behind. This is why discernment is going to be so key right now for all of us, and having a plan of what your biggest dreams are, and actually putting that out there to the universe, because there's going to be the momentum and energy. And like with any plan, we make the plan because the brain likes the ritual of planning, and then it happens in the order that is divine timing. Okay, so you let it go. And so maybe I might do another reading or video here about some rituals that you might do. I would say also be careful if you guys like to do burning rituals. I already had this happen where I went to do my yearly burning of my journal pages that are no longer useful energy, and I spaced out and I burnt my countertop. And so this is, be careful with fire energy this year. Be very, very careful and be very grounded and clear-headed if you're going to do any kind of rituals that are accessing burning or fires. We are also going to see some additional physical earth activity. So more volcanic eruptions. There will likely be more hurricanes this year, more upheaval, more chaos. We're also going to be seeing some political and governmental collapses, changes in programs, top-down systems that are crumbling. That's part of the astrology, and it's also part of the horse that's saying, whew, we are making a change, and it's a swift change, and it's here and now. And anything that is no longer serving is burnt to the ground energetically. And who knows, we may see more fires this year because it is the fire horse and the energy is so intense. So just be prepared for those things, because we don't want to add into the chaos energy. Remember, it's about being the eye of the storm. And as I'm talking about this, the smoke from the incense is really getting heightened. So we are clearing that out right now of being in that excess energy. Okay, so that's what I have for you for the really quick fly through of the fire horse. There's much, much more with specific signs. I am not a Chinese astrologer, so there's some great places to look. Joey Yap is a fantastic one. You can get your whole Batsa chart and see exactly what's going on for the year. And there's others that are on Instagram or the other social media channels. So please go look at the experts for your specifications for your sign. But this is a very quick fly through with that. So what I am deciding to do with this is actually do our yearly, those of you who've been with me for a while, I like to do a yearly tarot kind of run through to see exactly what's going to happen month to month, and our generalized energy with some oracle cards. So very easy. We're going to go from Chinese New Year to Chinese New Year. Okay, so February 17th. So right now, you know, because the 4th brought in the energy, but the lunar New Year's February 17th, all the way through till next year. I'm not sure which day it ends for next year. Okay. So that's what I have with that. You guys, this is an opportunity to really have everything you've ever wanted, but it does require some discipline within yourself. Funny, I was just pulling out the Rider-Waite deck, and we've got the Devil at the end of the deck, and that is Saturn in Capricorn, and it talks about your limiting beliefs and emotions. So clearing out the limiting beliefs and emotions that would keep you from your goals. This is a time to act on your Delulu. We have Neptune going into Aries. I will do, or has gone into Aries, and so I will do another reading for that. But it's like you have the dream or the delusion. They call it Delulu, right? You know, if you're doing something impossible or you see someone doing something impossible, you don't stop them, right? You don't have to have anything to say about the person who's actually doing it. And this year, we're going to see a lot of the impossibles, the I'm possible actually happening for a larger group of people, not just a chosen few. There is the opportunity here to use this momentum to really thrive. Okay, so let's get to it. We're gonna do 3 different oracle decks chose to be tributes here, and so we've got the monocard deck, we have the Beyond Lemuria deck for oracle, and the Sacred Geometry Activations oracle. Okay, so let's get to it. What's our mana card for the year for 2026, the Fire Horse year? Let's see. We have Kanaloa. Woohoo. All right. So our Hey is coming on in. So Kanaloa is here we go. The god of the ocean and the ocean winds. And right now, I live on the ocean, and we have a storm going, and the winds are going. So Kanaloa is with us. Okay, and the essence for Kanaloa is foundation. So this year is about your new foundations. It says, consider the foundational values of yourself and others, underlying motives, situations, and actions. Examine a living situation carefully for its ability to serve or reflect your higher purpose. Okay, so we have this momentum to make the changes, and it's at a foundational level. So Kanaloa says, listen, it's time to look at things from your foundations up, okay? It's like if we're going to be in our spirit, we must materialize first. My friend Keone always says, in order to spiritualize, you must materialize first, right? So get your foundations together so that you have that foundation to be the oracle, to be the mystic, to be the witch, to be the CEO. Okay, if you want to be a CEO of something, you have to build the foundation of that, right? Let's look at Beyond Lemuria. We have Journey to Wholeness. All right, so this year 2026, it's saying enjoy the journey. There's going to be a lot of ways in which you're adaptable, and this is the foundations that is the journey to wholeness. It's going to be the year where, if you take into consideration what these energies are trying to tell you, that if you build from the foundation and you have your value systems in place and you have what you want to achieve in place, this journey to wholeness can be a fun one. It can be one that brings you much light and much ease, a much more colorful existence. It brings you the blossoming, okay? And in wholeness, I also look at that as completions, right? A closed electromagnetic circuit. All right, and then we have, yes, boom, Kanani. We have prosperity is our geometry key. Let's look at this for a second here. I'm going to try to get it up there to where you can see the picture. It's a 36, which is a 9. So 36 might be something for you. It says the frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Okay? And it's the inclusion of everything that's beautiful and good and that makes you sing. And even though these are very different packs, look at the harmonious color schemes here. Okay? It's very beautiful. We do have the yellow and gold as well, which year of the horse. Adding some yellow or gold into your decor is really good feng shui for this year. There's many other feng shui cures and remedies, but the adding of the yellow throughout the home is actually really supportive to the fire horse. Okay, and so it's really supportive to your prosperity, and so that's going to be a big focus for this year. Kanaloa is saying it's the foundation. You're journeying to wholeness, and we have prosperity, and so you're building the foundation for your own prosperity, and you're allowing for there to be really beautiful experiences to happen. You're allowing for there to be really amazing new foundation sets. So many of you might be learning when you're journeying to wholeness, look at your mind, body, spirit, finances, and love life, okay? Which thing or multiples might be a little out of balance. And so this fire horse here is going to bring everything back into balance. And so we may have, if you've been single for a long time, you may end up being in a relationship. If you've been struggling with your finances and trying to get those together, that's going to come into a foundation where you learn the principles and you can bring that into wholeness. If you've been having health or wellness problems or trying to lose that extra weight, I know I've been doing all the things and it's like the scale has been staying the same. And so this year there's an opportunity to come into balance and wholeness and prosperity with your health and wellness. Okay, those are the big ones, right? It's like your health, wealth, and love are the big ones. So now let's go through, since we see that we are actually returning to wholeness and this is the theme. So we have Kanaloa that you can look to, and that energy as a Hawaiian deity, you can actually tap into that. Ask Kanaloa, how do I achieve my foundations? If you're living in a situation that isn't right for you, it's also, am I in the right environment for myself? You wouldn't put a fish on land or a land animal in the water and expect them to survive and expect them to thrive. So making sure that you're in the correct environment may also be a theme for this year. Okay. So let's get it with January here. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards for the 12 months and then we'll get to it here. Okay, so let's see. Beautiful. All right. February, March, April, May, July, August. December and January. All right. And then we'll pull the extras from there. Okay, so this month, February, we have the devil. Woohoo! It was at the bottom and we're back. And I say woohoo because there's a spirit with the devil. Remember, the devil is representative of Saturn and Capricorn. And the devil only shows us where we have limitations. But the thing about Saturn and Capricorn is that it is the gateway to God, source, universe, you know, that thing which animates us as a being, okay? It has to come through the constellation of Capricorn in order to have that animation happen. So everything that we manifest on Earth comes through that Saturnian influence before it is made into matter. Why? The reason is I liken Saturn to the Sky Father, who is super benevolent but not the type that just gives everything that its kid wants, right? It does not spoil its children. It makes you work for it. It makes you go through to make sure that you honor and respect that which you have achieved in the manifest form. It says you will have everything you could ever want on earth, and it requires you to neutralize your negative limiting beliefs and emotions, and then I will give it to you. Okay? And so neutral. What's with that is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about in this month, February, as we are beginning this new year, this the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. It's about you're coming through the end of this neutralization. Not that it's ever complete. We're always neutralizing negative limiting beliefs and emotions. But this is also communal, right? We have Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles talks about working together as a team, as a community, coming together with the Trinity mind, okay? And this part right here is saying you can get through it. You can overcome all that which you have released in the snake year. It's saying you can do that. It's also indicating that this month, where you may have been hermiting or where you may have been kind of in that space of purge or crumble, that you're going to start coming back out again and being more communal, being more available. Okay, mid-March we've got Page of Wands. Page of Wands is passion coming back. It's coming with the Empress. Heck yeah. All right, so that we've achieved the last of that purge, and now we're coming into passions returning. Page of Wands and the Empress. The Empress is super fertile. The Empress is the mastery of all four queens in one individual. And so the Empress doesn't just have a business, she has an empire. Okay, and so this Page of Wands can talk about those of you who might have been wanting to be with child. So there's very fertile energy. The Empress is often shown pregnant in certain other decks because of the fertility, and the Page of Wands is often talking about an infant or becoming pregnant. And so those of you who have been wanting to be with child, that is a possibility that's coming on in. For those of you who do not, take precautions. And this is saying you're fertile with new ideas, and that this child is coming forth, and that we have this Empress energy. Everyone wants to be with the Empress. Everyone wants to have the opportunity to sit with her. You know, the Empress is even above queen status, okay? So if you're looking at the royal line, an Empress of an empire is the ruler of all the queens, okay? And so this is an opportunity here in mid-March to really shine, okay? Your light's going to be on. You're going to be having new passions, new opportunities. The Page of Wands also talks about communication, quick incoming communication of a passionate opportunity. And so that is mid-March. Okay. April, we have Four of Swords and the Hangman. Okay. And so this is an energy of retreat and needing to rest up a little bit and think about the opportunities that are given to you in March to mid-April, to think about it, okay, to look at it from a different perspective. This is a pause. It says, hold up, let me get into my own energy for a minute, because it's going from the beginning of the year, not having much going on, finishing a purge, to boom, lots of action. And then we've got this need to just take a pause. It doesn't mean stop. It just means pause. Consider how you're going to say something. Consider your speech. Hold your tongue a little bit. Flip yourself upside down so you can see your situation from a different perspective. Hanged Man is Pisces, and it puts itself in the hangman tree so that it can have the inversion. The other thing that I'm seeing with these two cards together is we may be seeing a lot of inversions of history. People call that the Mandela effect. And so in April, there may be a lot of kind of media inversions that you're just kind of sitting back and observing. So it's saying don't get too activated about anything that anybody says. In April, it feels like there might be some heated energy collectively. And so it's asking you to kind of take a back seat, pause, and to look at what's going on in such a way that you can know how to move forward in the next months. But it's you putting yourself in this kind of seat of power, because there's a seat of power to go to silence and observation, because then you can really see what is happening in a situation. And if you move too quickly in April, I feel like you're going to have to like backtrack a little bit, right? And so this is saying just pause a little bit. Okay. May, we have King of Wands paired with the Ace of Pentacles, and this is why we pause. Ooh, ooh. Okay. So King of Wands with Ace of Pentacles, this is an opportunity coming on in, okay? For those of you who are single, this could be a really passionate date, love offer. Ace of Pentacles is a small offer, so that's why I'm saying a date or an offer for an opportunity in business. It's a small offer, but the Ace of Pentacles is the offer that builds and grows. It's like making a small investment and then it grows to be really large through time. Okay, so this think like conservative retirement account. You make little investment and it grows through time. It's not an instant win, though the energy of this person or opportunity is super passionate, and it will grow through time. Okay. It is saying there is a little bit of caution here. Again, that fast moving energy, to make sure that you invest a little bit at a time, because there's going to be this passion. But see the crow up top here? The crow's advising this lion, this king. And so sometimes the King of Wands can be like the I want it my way type of king. But I feel like if that's relational, you have your value systems in check, and so you're able to say exactly what you value and how you'd like to build, and you might even slow it down a little bit in a positive way, because it's still going to go fast. It's super passionate, this energy. And then for those that it's business deal, make sure that it's a win-win. Okay, and so make sure that you slow down the negotiations, because someone might come in real hot with a, vibrancy and all of that, and then it may not be the best contract. So you really want to make sure that you make the contract that is in the best interest of both yourself and the other person, and so that it's a win-win. So like read everything that you need to read contract wise and stuff in May, but it does look like there's this really beautiful offer that's coming in. June, we've got 9 of Wands paired with the Ace of Swords. All right, so 9 of Wands is talking about our burdens. You've been persistent. You've been on the hamster wheel a little bit. And this is your energy, the porcupine, being a little bit defensive, because there is that fox outside looking for you. But the Ace of Swords talks about communication coming in. And then, and with this, it feels like you have already been persistent and endured. So please listen to this new opportunity and this communication that's coming in. It's going to give you the clarity that you need. It's an offer that is straight up. I feel like for some of you, because you've been hurt before, or in business deals you've lost some money, or you feel like you've taken 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, like this dance back and forth, that when this communication comes in, you're not sure if you can trust it, even though it is a very trustworthy offer. The swords are truth. It is an air sign, so very balanced, clear communication. I feel like you might be a little bit on the defensive in this energy because of your past, because you've had people who haven't necessarily done you right. Please avoid bringing that into your future, because this is a solid offer and it's a clear and honest and true offer. So take the precautions that you need to take, but don't let the past ruin this future energy here, okay? All right. February, March, April, May, June. We got July. We got 5 of Swords, and we got the Moon. Okay. This is another one of those months in July where you're kind of like, make sure to watch out for people's intentions. Okay, 5 of Swords can talk about a loss of some sort. It can talk about regret in a lot of ways. And we have the Moon. There's something that is not completely clear to you at this time. But the Moon says your intuition is heightened. So while you might not be clear, this feels like, okay, I'm reading for many people, so we are all going to have different reasons why this might feel like a loss. With the 5 of Swords, you know, it's saying that you have the intuition that even though you don't know what somebody's going through, or in a business deal, it's kind of like you don't know that their company is at more of a loss than what they're letting on. But your intuition and spidey sense is telling you something isn't quite all the way right. If it's relational, your person may not be telling you that they've gone through a grieving process, or maybe they've just had a breakup. And so while they're interested in you, there's some things that they haven't yet put on the table in July. So if you've just met them, or if they're who you met a few months prior, there is still some things on their mind and heart that they have not actually given to you yet. And so trust your intuition in July, and realize that there are some change type energies, where some may have had loss or regret. I'm not feeling your energy as being the one that's having the loss, but almost like that's hidden from you in someone you're relating to. Okay. August, we have the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. Woohoo! All right. This is good. We had the Empress earlier. So the Empress was your energy. And then we've got the Emperor here in August. So from March to August, the Emperor energy here. So if this is relational, they were getting ready to be the Emperor. And then you're coming through, male or female, matters not. This seems like outside energy. This seems like your energy. So male or female, matters not. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is the pre-Empress energy. So you already had the Empress energy. This is saying if this is a relationship type of thing, you might meet on a business deal. Okay? You might meet doing business together. And if this is business during this time, heck yeah, you're going to meet someone who is an Emperor energy and make a deal with them. It's a very clear value exchange. It's very clear opportunity. It does feel a little bit like mixing love and business. So if you're single, that may be the possibility here. This would be someone who would be your boss or business partner, or someone you're doing business with. And I know it says not to mix business and pleasure, but it is saying that there's this working together in some way energy that also has to do with making money together. With the Queen of Pentacles, you really do have your values together. Again, doesn't matter what your gender is. Our divine feminine, our Unihipili, is in charge of decision making, making sure we belong, and making sure that we feel safe. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress energy throughout this year, it's saying that you have achieved that. So your decisions with this Emperor are going to be quite successful. Okay. September, we have the Lovers and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Lovers energy, for those of you that are single, you may move into that partnership. The Lovers says that a partnership of some sort is definitely incoming, but it used to be called the card of the choice. And we have it with the Queen of Swords. And so something, again, this is your energy. So your incoming energy is someone wants to partner with you, whether it be business, whether it be love, romance, you know, or rekindling something with someone that you already had. But I feel this, like I started yawning, I feel this tiredness, and I feel this distrust coming from your energy. Again, male or female matters not. It's coming through as the divine feminine. Queen of Swords is extremely direct, so thank you that you're going to be very clear, very direct. But what I'm feeling with this energy is almost a mistrust of this possibility. So this would look like if you've been single for a very long time, it's hard for you to trust. So you almost might come off abrasive when you are answering the person, or in a business deal, you're unsure because someone might have done you dirty in the past in a business partnership, and you're not sure you want to partner with them. The Lover says, yeah, this is a good partnership. This is a good match. But the Queen of Swords, you're almost looking at, like, if it's love, you're looking at it as a business deal. If it's a business deal, you're almost too curt or too trite. So this is an opportunity to know that this energy is present so that you can make a different choice. I mean, if you want to be that way, absolutely be that way. But what it's showing is that there's actually this opportunity here in September where you can partner, and it really is okay, that you can be clear-minded. But it feels like where there might be a need for an adjustment is the communication. Your tendency will be to be very metallic with it, right? The sword cuts through the BS, which is great, but that doesn't lead to very loving feelings or feeling harmonious inside a partnership or work environment where you're partnering with someone. So there's an opportunity to be a little more, you know, use your words and your truth and clarity wisely, rather than being harsh, you know. And okay, October, we have Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. Amazing. So October, there's communication. Knight of Swords is very swift communication and forward action. Things start moving super fast. And the Six of Wands is victory after a battle. He's wearing the laurel wreath. He's being prancing through the victory lap, essentially, and prancing through the village and the kingdom. Whew, excuse me. And I feel like, again, I started to yawn, and it's like, man, you have been at this a long time. Again, it's like if you have been single for many, many years and you finally have this relationship that's coming in hot here this year. It's very fast. It's going to be victory after a long battle. If you've been trying to build a business or get higher up in your career. You're finally being promoted, and it's coming in very quickly. It's one of those things that once you make your choice the month prior, that in October you're at, we go. We're moving forward. And it feels really good, you guys. This feels like, you feel like you're almost in shock, but it's like, finally, my win. Finally, I'm getting recognition for that which I've been doing. And this also looks like if you have been working on something and like other people have been using your content, or other people who are not even an expert are getting the clients or something in a business, right? Like, you know, you have influencers and things on the social media, and everyone's claiming they're an expert, and nearly no one is. And this would be like, you are the actual expert, and you're finally getting credit for that which you've brought into the world that other people have been utilizing and poorly representing. Okay, now it's like you get that fast forward movement on something that you've been building and an expert with for years. All right, what do we say? October, November, we have the world. We got the whole world. King of Wands again. All right, February, March. So this King of Wands from May is back. Okay, always has been in. We have the world. The world is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It means that your whole world changes, and it is changes for the better. Look at that bee there. There is no life without the bee. And we have the King of Wands again. And King of Wands is super passionate, fast acting. Okay, very sometimes too fast, because it's a fire sign, fire energy. But like I was talking with my friend earlier, the salamander, the King of Wands is always wearing the salamanders. See his robe there, because the salamander means that the King of Wands the King of Fire can never be burned by fire. And so this, your whole world changes. It's like you come into mastery of this fire horse energy in November, and it's unstoppable. The world says you may actually move somewhere else as well. This can also look like having an extremely fast and passionate and big win on an internet-based business, okay, that you either are an influencer or you've made some sort of investment that really wins for you. It is fast acting. Again, this is an energy of be careful that those that you are dealing with and yourself, while we want what we want, not being stubborn to not see what other people's needs or wants are. It feels like you may be moving into something that you've always wanted to do. So this would be like bringing an office together, or moving your house, like moving to a different environment, or say that you're in this relationship. Now it's like moving in together. There's a big change. Your world changes in November. All right, we have December. You got two. We have Queen of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. And then it comes with Six of Swords. My goodness. All right, you guys. Those of you that it has to do with business, we have Queen of Wands. You are extremely attractive. We have the busy bee, the work. You just had the world with the bee. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is spirit. This is divine timing, you guys. Spirit is taking you out of the rocky waters that were right here into the calm waters. And they're doing it for you. Okay, you have worked hard, and you're going to continue your working. And this is like in relationships, if it's relationship involved, you have moved into your attractiveness. You have moved into your passionate power. You have moved into looking and feeling good. For those of you that this has been a health journey throughout this year of 2026, you are looking good, feeling good. You're continuing your work, but you're also sharing it with others. Okay, this bee, they're working together, and they're bringing that energy, that honey and those pentacles to the queen, you know, and you're the queen in this instance. So people are going to be bringing you money, love, offers, and it's spirit led, it's divine timing. It's time for you to be attractive. It's time for you to be in your absolute power. And there is a lot of feminine energy, okay? So whether you're male or female matters not. This year of 2026 is you are in your feminine power. So that part of you that is your divine feminine is really being recognized this year for all that you have built. All right, you've built the blueprint, and it's your divine masculine is finally doing the action. The divine masculine is showing up as passion, as spirit, as actual, the emperor. Okay, so all four kings. So the masculine part of you is actually doing the action steps to build the structure by which you have been working on, some of you for decades. Okay, this is a long-term. That's why I feel like it's hard for you guys to trust, because it's like long-term energy that you have put your energy into. You have put your money, blood, sweat, tears, your effort, your prayers, and now it's finally coming together. And you are being recognized, and you are super attractive, okay? And then January leading into February of the next year, we have Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. And I want one more with that. Justice. Okay. Because I was like, it doesn't feel like you're guarding your heart. Yeah, Queen of Cups, you're coming into your heart. All right. In January, you're absolutely in your heart. You have established, okay, the different cups from the past. This time around, it feels like instead of looking, like he's looking at the cups that have already are done, right? Those are from the past. Spirit, this is representative of the Ace of Cups. An Ace of Cups is trying to give you an offer that's going to make your heart really happy. And in this card, they are not looking at what Spirit's offering. But what this is saying with the Justice card is that you don't see it coming. You have already cleared the past. And this whole year, you are just building one thing after the other, and you end up in the Queen of Cups. This is the divine feminine part of yourself, loving life, loving itself, loving those around it. It's the most love in the deck. The Queen of Cups is the most generous, the most loving, and that is how you are, and you don't even see it coming. These different offers for you that are going to balance. It's saying you have been generous of heart and mind and spirit, and this year of 2026, you have been working on yourself and allowing the different offers to come in, and using your discernment and using your ability to release any past energies that would keep you from your goals or outcomes. And you've learned how to trust, and it's saying you are really showing up in your power, and it is for the balance. Okay, the scales are balancing, and it feels like where you were once sad around love, emotions, around doing what you love for work, okay, because the heart is it's you, okay, it's everything that you are and what you're going to do, and it's saying you're coming into this beautiful completion and activation. And then I'm just going to grab two more cards. I know this is getting long, but it's a yearly reading. I'm going to grab two more cards from each deck, or one more card from each deck, and just give the finalized energy. Like, universe, add up all the energy that's here and tell us the synopsis with that. Okay? Add it all up. That's the one. All right. I laugh because let's do this one. Add it all up on this one too. All right. So we have the Empress and we have the Ten of Wands. I was laughing because the Empress has come back. And so your overall energy is still the Empress. So adding it all up, we have you moving into being the Empress, and your energy is showing up as that. And the Ten of Wands is, the tens are, nines are the end in tarot, tens are the end, and dead end in tarot. The tens go to the Fool. So you go back to the beginning, clean slate. And the Ten of Wands says that you are letting down your burdens once and for all. That this year, the general energies of this year, you're going to be in your Empress power. And for the first time in maybe 10 years or more, you are letting down your burdens. And it's like Spirit's dissipating them through that fire and through showing you all of these beautiful offers and things that are coming in that are for you, and you have done the work. What I keep hearing is you have done the work. You have been committed. We have the Nine of Wands here. You have persevered. That's a card of perseverance. And so now this year you are to be rewarded, and it's this Empress energy. So there's multiple areas of your life, because remember, it's all four queens. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So your financial, Queen of Wands, and your passion, your libido, your health, and the quickness of it. All right. Queen of Cups, your heart, and your love life. And then we have the Queen of Swords, makes up the Empress as well. And the Queen of Swords is your intelligence, your truth, and your clarity. All four of those are coming online to its power place of the Empress, and so 2026 is bringing that in. All right, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you like this, I am going to have an opportunity where you can donate or do an energy exchange in the comment section, or sorry, in the description box below, as well as my website and any other ways if you would like to work with me one-on-one for coaching or a tarot reading. That information is below as well. So thank you so much, you guys, and until next time, aloha.